You know what else we're going to do? We're going to instill in government the same principle that you use in your household finances. And that is, there is a fixed budget for things. You know, if a family wants to build a deck, they might take a pass on the family vacation. Or they get a deal on the lumber for the deck, and maybe they use a coupon to save money on the vacation to keep both of them within the fixed budget. It's this or that, not this and that. Yet, you know, the great economist Thomas Sowell said the first law of economics is scarcity. There's never enough to meet all of the demands that people have. And the first law of politics is to ignore the first law of economics, right? And every creature in nature must live with scarcity, from the tiniest microbe on the ground to the birds in the trees or the fish in the seas. They all have to compete for scarce resources in order to survive. Every species except the politician. He has a special trick. Using the forceful power of taxation, he just externalizes the scarcity onto the people by raising taxes, creating more debt for Alexander and his generation to pay off, or printing more money to cause inflation for the consumer. I want to re-internalize that scarcity so that the politician has to choose using scarce resources by passing something called the Pay-As-You-Go Act. Works very simply. Government wants to bring in another dollar of unbudgeted spending. It must first find a dollar of savings to pay for it. That would cap the cost of government while the taxpayer and the economy catch up. Let us phase out the deficit and balance the budget. They brought in this law in the United States of America in the 1990s when they were broke, and they managed to balance the budget in just a few years, ran a $400 billion surplus, paying off much of their debt. And then, as soon as Congress lapsed that law and it went out of existence, they plowed back into deficit again. Shows you need to impose discipline on government spending if you want to control the cost of the people. It's time for politicians to start pinching their pennies because taxpayers have been pinching their pennies long enough.